But for the moment, we're having close-ups not so much of the dignitaries, but of the players themselves. So the honour's done. Princess Takemoto leads them off. And by our clock, we're slightly behind schedule, but I have no doubt we can catch up. So the fair play handshakes. Then we'll have team photographs. Then we'll have another check on the way these two are going to play. So it's Boca's kickoff. So we're on the move, the 24th European South American contest for the Toyota Cup. AC Milan versus Boca Juniors. AC who's been brought into the side because of the injury to Nesta. Schiavi gets up well, just, but here comes Kaká. That's the sort of thing he's very good at, and has already demonstrated that he can score from outside the area with some ease. So playing just behind the front two, good ball, not well cleared by Schiavi's in there. Bodiso's in there, so is Battaglia. This is danger for AC Milan. Cascini with a kick. And here's Donnet. Good effort. They rehearsed that one in training yesterday, in which the big guys went forward, left the gap behind, and he hit it long to Donnet, who breaks away. He's given a bit of space, he hits it pretty well, and it's the first corner of the game. Up goes Schiavi. It's a good save, a good header, and they're still in there. Here's the alley again, still there, but away comes Kaká, picked up by Pereira, and now the cut out by Rodriguez. Battaglia on his left. Rodriguez beaten by Gattuso, and through the middle for Shevchenko. Now Tomasson. Mistake there by the Boca defence, but a quick response, and they are ahead. AC Milan hits the first one, but Boca should have cleared it. Tremendous long ball to Shevchenko, put forward into the middle and into the back of the net. Well, that was fast, that was rapid. Some wonderful play there. It seemed Boca's ball in midfield, put forward superbly. But nice one from Seedorf. Cafu again, that's a great run, and into the middle goes Tomasson. Here's Shevchenko, missed it. Kaká, space here for Pirlo, and now Gattuso over the top. But they're very sharp, very, very sharp indeed, AC Milan. And it's quite spiky up there to move from flank to flank. Scilotto running into a brick wall. Rodriguez, Battaglia, Rodriguez again. This is better. Scilotto. Oh, and Yali almost got a foot to it. There's a chance here by Donnet, and they have equalised. Matías Donnet brought into the side because he could give it a little bit of an edge, has equalised. Well, Yali did well to get a foot to that, but that was a lovely move down the left-hand side between Rodriguez and Battaglia, and suddenly it came wide to the right-hand side, and Donnet puts it in. Just at a time when they looked to be under control. Nice little ball. Yali does well to get a foot to it. The goalkeeper palms it away into the empty net by Matías Donnet. 1-1. Good ball. Nice little touch by Iali some time ago, but now Carlos Bianchi knows that his side are back in it. Away by Schiavi to Pirlo, and forward goes Tomasson. Keep it back in again, away by Schiavi, picked up by Kaká. Oh, off the post. Brilliant piece of play by the 21-year-old Brazilian. So they will wonder perhaps why they aren't actually leading clearly here, but in many ways they've lost the initiative in the last 20 minutes or so. And there is the whistle for the end of the first half. Very interesting 45 minutes in which AC Milan seemed to have a lot of midfield control. And we're away. AC Milan in white in the strip. They played the Champions Cup final. Good strength by Shevchenko, but outnumbered. Kanya, good captain's ball there. Wide on the right is Schelotto. Overlapping him will be Pereira. And here's a chance there. Good ball in for Iali, and claiming where at the moment AC Milan, I wouldn't say have all the aces, but they seem to have much of the possession. Back down for Kaká. Well, we haven't seen much of him in the second half, but that was nicely done by Tomasson. Good build-up down the right. Cafu staying back to defend in case of a counter-attack. But the captain is in the hunt there. Oh, it's back in. And away by Cascini. Well, a beautiful far post ball, exactly what they wanted, and it looked as if they'd got the opening there. Knocked back superbly here for Maldini, and blocked by Abbondanzieri, and away back with the free kick. Now's the time when concentration's got to be high. In for Pirlo. Well, that's a great ball, and out comes the goalkeeper. Well, a lovely pass there for Inzaghi to almost get away. And again, it came from Pirlo. Great ball from Pirlo. Inzaghi almost there. Touch wasn't quite right. Kaká had a strike at it. The goalkeeper, I think, had the near post covered, but that was more dangerous than it looked. First of all, no, there wasn't much of a target for him. Him out of one of the rougher areas of Buenos Aires, put him in a house and feed him properly. Iali does well to get it in to Schelotto, but not quite good enough as he aimed for Donnet. Well, that's not a particularly good one. It's picked up by Schelotto. There goes Kanya. Schelotto still there. And offside, the flag's gone up. Referee has blown the whistle, but there was an opening there when Milan made a schoolboy error and lost possession in a very dangerous. Watch him. He's a battle-hardened 19-year-old. Carlos Tévez. Pirlo, no foul. Battaglia has it. What's Tévez's first touch going to be? Here it is. And here goes Kanya. Well, it's not a bad start. They got a corner out of it. Certainly got a touch early on, and Kanya had a clear ease, as we've already seen in the first half when Schiavi had a good header. Schiavi gets up again. Well, it almost worked once more. Schiavi gets it back to the near post, and Donnet came in hard but couldn't get over the header. They haven't had possession, but they have had a couple of good chances. Schiavi again. Rui Costa. Costa, good turn. Costa makes goals and sometimes scores them, well, not often. Corner. Rui Costa said if they made a film of the goals he scored, it would be a short one. If they made a film of the goal, decides against it, not taking any chances. Here's Tévez, holds it well. This is Iali rather. Cascini gets a return. This is good play now. Pereira almost lost it. Pereira shoots and doesn't test the goalkeeper. Not sure whether he should have tried that one with so many people. Battaglia. Good play by Donnet. Now Battaglia pushing forward. Will he have a go? Tévez. Oh, and Battaglia! He had an opening and he knows it. This is going to be his last game for the club before he goes to Spain, and he had a chance certainly to hit the target there. It was nicely set up by Carlos Tévez. And a rebound. And before we move into extra time, Boca fighting hard. Here comes Battaglia. And here's Iali and Tévez. That was almost the touch that won it. So quick. Iali did well, to be fair. Little touch there. Cascini forward, and the whistle goes for the end of 90 minutes, and it stands AC Milan 1, Boca Juniors 1. Carlos Tévez, I would say, so the Russian referee gets the first period of extra time underway here at the Yokohama Stadium. If you want a pointer, this, of course, is the silver system, where if a goal is scored in the first period of 15 minutes, we go to the end of that 15 minutes to see if another one appears. And here's Tévez with a snatched shot. And they've started brightly again. Little touch. There's no reason to believe that this won't produce more goals. Here's Kanye. Iali. Well, acknowledging perhaps he might not have done that, but at least they're more confident now in having a couple of pots of goal. You will eventually get a substitution. Carlos Bianchi really protesting towards the officials. And the end of the first half. So we're away, the second period of extra time here in Yokohama. Everything to play for still. Inzaghi or Shevchenko to come up with something. That was a good bit of play by Seedorf. Tripped. Now Ambrosini and Pirlo chipping forward, and Shevchenko, and beaten out. That's the best chance, the only chance he's had of the game, and it was a great save by Abbondanzieri. We want a decent ball in there, and Pirlo's the man who can do it. Straight in and scored. Inzaghi. But the flag is up. The flag is up. It won't count. Well, it was a good free kick, dropped in front of the players. Were they in an offside position before it was hit? Well, they're off these set pieces. It's Cascini with a kick. They're breaking away on a rehearsed move. Put in by Kanya, and here's Tévez. And Schiavi over. A defender taking a hasty shot from the edge of the area, and it looked a little bit like it. He had a bit more time, easy to say from here, but it looked as if Tévez was in here, well cleared, and it comes to Schiavi. As you may remember, AC Milan against Vélez made a couple of mistakes and they lost. Now, Shevchenko. that is the end of extra time, and that is the end of normal action. Pirlo, the 24-year-old for AC Milan, against Roberto Abbondanzieri. And he misses. Great save, but Pirlo, of all people, would have been expected to get that one in. Not a great start. Put it in the back of the net. Schiavi next. Good one. The initiative to Boca. Rui Costa for AC Milan. Scores. Well hit. They're on the mark. To play for Villarreal. His last kick possibly for Boca Juniors. And not a good one either. So they both failed and both goalkeepers have saved. Poor old Battaglia. Not a way to go. Just a few months ago. Nerve-wracking. He missed again. Clarence Seedorf with a fantastic record at this level. 3 champions medals with 3 clubs, but the Dutch cannot take a penalty. The history of Dutch football. Donnet. Donnet has done it. They've taken the lead again. Costa Curda. Oh, missed another one. It's absolutely extraordinary. Costa Curda's miss means that if they score, it's theirs. What an awful penalty. That's the worst penalty I've ever seen. Boca. This is incredible. Alfredo Cascini. And the Boca fans are going mad here. Cascini to put it in and put it totally in control of Boca, and they've won it. Boca Juniors are the winners on penalties. Can you believe it? The Milan players go off with their heads hanging low. They've blown it completely. Cascini with the decisive kick. Boca Juniors have won the 24th tour. 2 trophies, of course, the Intercontinental Cup and the Toyota Cup. It's a remarkable sequence of success for Boca Juniors.